Alright, so what I did last time is I made this, I built this wind system into the cartoon render pipeline so it can just have like built-in wind. So if we put this, or if I try to get this lined up here, it lets you set a single wind source. You can see the wind is kind of moving inward to this point. If we increase the strength, you can kind of see it. So you can actually make it go backwards, or so you can make it go. So basically it lets you set a point that wind goes out of, and then you can set like how strong the wind is, how much it moves the objects. You can set the frequency, which you can see is like how big the actual wind waves are. So you could get a whole bunch of different effects. And then can also do a attenuation so that it actually like decreases at a distance. So you can see here the wind happens at this center point. And then, wait, we can increase it a whole bunch. Actually, I just realized I should do a different system for this. But this basically changes like how weak the wind gets. It's attenuation. It changes how the wind fades off at a distance. Honestly, it doesn't seem to be working too well right now. It still seems to be happening to these objects that are pretty far away, even though the attenuation is really high. See, and then this makes it too weak. So this is maybe what I'll just be doing this morning, is just messing around and fixing up little things like this. I'm going to be honest, if the attenuation doesn't really do anything, I might just remove it. Or do a better system of attenuation. Let's look at the shader code. I'm surprised. Look at what the fuck is that useful for? They have fans that are literally submission proof. Been spending days just researching a good case, and I found the Cooler Master NR200. Like, dude, ITX cases are over expensive. It's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, you don't even need a case, dude. Just leave it open. It means it's easier to clean. I'm trying to think, what shader is the wind even in? I think it's in this one. Ah, yes. Apply wind. Plus length. I leave my case open right now, but it's just because I hate it. Like, it has a window. I wish the top part didn't have a window, but was a mesh. Yeah, this is what mine's like. Removable mesh, top and bottom. So I think this is incorrect. I'm doing plus the length multiplied by the attenuation when I'm dividing, and I think this should actually be multiplied. Maybe. This might make the number too big. Shouldn't you be using something like exponent for the attenuation? Probably, but I'm lazy. I'm actually thinking attenuation could maybe be a linear distance. I don't know. Let's try this. This should probably work. Make it more like a light source type attenuation. Yeah, that works pretty good. So now you can see the wind blowing in this one spot, but then over here, barely any wind. Nice. I like that. But a few Noctua fans literally cost me like too much. Damn. Does this look pretty good for wind? This is just a single sine wave, and I'm surprised how good it looks. It's Canadian dollars, by the way. 4 IPPC fans, 292mm Chromax fans. That sounds like enough fans. At least you're set for fans now. Oh, wait. I just realized. Nope, I have to do this separately. The math doesn't work like this. So this normalizes it, and then we need to multiply it. Okay. That's okay. Oh, wait. I'm an idiot. This is supposed to be 1 plus. So never mind. We can do this multiplied by 1 plus. Oh, yeah, math. Nice. I like that. I like that. Now the grass barely moves over here, but it moves a bunch here. I almost feel like linear attenuation might be better though, because if you make it in a fixed radius, you could do like skill effects and things. Whatever. This still works really nice, and I shouldn't overthink it. Alright, there was something I was gonna do. I think with the code that selects the wind source, there's a few little things I want to fix up. If wind sources.count bigger than 1, so we only need to select a different one if the wind source is bigger than 1. That might actually be it. Make sure I clean up all the assets and things. This is like double checking stuff, just making sure everything's freed. Alright, I actually think it's good. This is the weird thing, it's always like, did I forget something? I feel like the best way is just to like actually start making a little game. We might start prototyping a little game now. Maybe I'll just do it on this level just to make it easy since I already have something here. I feel like this test ground project maybe has too much stuff in it though already. Like once you get like a bunch of files and folders and things, I don't know, it kind of makes me work slower because you have to like go through all the different files before you get to what you're working on. I almost find it easier to like start a new smaller project. And then there's this thing with Unity where it like imports assets, and importing the assets just takes time, so everything you add to your project actually makes it load slower and slower. Separate everything into scenes or prefabs, if I remember this is how it's called in Unity. Yeah, so the issue is even if you don't have an asset in a scene, it's still imported. As long as it's in your file structure, it's imported. So yeah, I'm actually going to make a new project. So I did this. I called this thing the Scary Dark Forest game, but I might go and rename it right now to. I'm looking at making a little racing or drifting game. Hold on. I'll bring up. I made a little cartoon car the other day in Blender. It's not very good, but it's a car. And I was basically thinking, all right, let's just try to make a little car mechanic game, or not car mechanic, but car driving game. Car mechanics, like driving and stuff, are so difficult to do. So what I basically mean is like try to figure out how to do good car driving mechanics. And what I was thinking with, so this looks really stupid, this texture painting, but this is basically supposed to be material maps. The green is window, the blue is lights, the red is I don't know what it's called, the paint of the car or like side of the car, and this underside is like the under part. I don't know what you call it. Anyways, it yeah, it's a car. So while I feel like just dragging this car into this project, I'm gonna create a new project because it will make it a lot faster. It's kind of weird to me that Unity doesn't have any way for you to set up a project from a template. You just kind of have to copy it yourself, but that's like Visual Studio too. Isn't there a refresh button? I thought there was like a refresh button here. Am I dumb? Oh, wait. You have to press add. I am dumb. Damn. I hate this default window layout. What default packages does it come with? None. This is really hard to get set up the way I want. So I'm just importing a bunch of files and stuff right now. Alright, now let's import the car file. I'm just thinking about, like, where do I want to start with this? I guess I'll just start just by making a little car. I hate all this built-in stuff that you have to, like, disable. It's like just automatically enabled global illumination and stuff. Wait, real-time light maps? Whoa, real-time light maps didn't used to be a thing. Is that new? Huh. Alright. So we're gonna make a plane. Oh, did it use my default material? It did. Oh my god, and I'm gonna need to make a default volume. And this isn't initializing. I wonder this has the default material. Is it maybe because I don't have the camera volume property on the camera? Oh, I think I need to put the property volume on the camera. See, this is weird because this was working in the other project. So I wonder if it's like something where it doesn't initialize until I maybe run the project. Oh, yeah, it didn't initialize until I ran the project. So let's try this again. It'll automatically add the property volume here. Yep, okay. There we go. So I guess that doesn't initialize for whatever reason. I wonder why that is. This has execute and edit mode. I guess it's just like the way the Unity engine works. I want to look at this again, the render pipeline code. because I thought it added a property volume if a property volume didn't exist. Camera relative properties. Get all cameras. If a camera doesn't have it, add a property volume. Yeah, so this should be adding the property volume. Alright, at a certain point, I shouldn't even try to understand what Unity's doing because I don't think I'm going to ever figure it out. Alright, let's just make a little, like, ground thing to try. Maybe a checkerboard. I don't know if Unity has a built-in checkerboard texture. They do. Alright, so we're going to make this pretty big. And we're going to make a little... So first of all, we're going to model our car as a cube. Oh yeah, and I should add a directional light. Alright, let's make a little car controller. So this is probably going to work really badly. What happens to its shadow? What do you mean? I'm just thinking, I'm also going to need like a third-person camera following this. I guess I'll control it with this. I'm just thinking how I want to control this. If I make it go forward, you know what? I actually need some curved objects because I'm not going to be able to test stuff like rolling and things. I mean, cars normally need like anti-roll bars. Weird noise on the border right here. It's got a dithering. But why? It simulates soft shadows. Actually, I have to turn up the bias. It should be smooth gradient. Yeah, you can't get a completely smooth gradient though unless you sample it like a million times. So instead we get noise. The other thing is, like, so now there's the new input system. I was just gonna use the old input system to start, but then it's like, do you want to spend the time switching to a different input system afterwards. So it's like I kind of want to start with just using this, but at the same time then I'm just going to be switching to the new input system and making it different. It's kind of annoying. I guess I will just start with this to make it simple. So I'm not actually going to be doing any wheel physics or anything here. I'm just going to try to simulate it by sliding, because this isn't really supposed to be realistic. So is there a way that I can get these two connected like that, kind of? Oh my god. Nope. Yeah, no. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that how I had it before. So I'm thinking I might just set friction and stuff to 0 so I can control it all manually. Or I could, in a way, kind of control the slowdown of the car based off friction, but I'm going to want the friction to be different based off the direction of the wheels. So I'll just start messing with this to begin. It's probably going to give me a warning saying body is already used. Oh, no, it didn't. Okay. Alright, so now, how am I gonna... So car physics is really complicated. I don't think there's any simple way of doing this. I think what I should do is actually keep track of all 4 contact points. There'll probably be normally 4 or so contact points. I actually wonder. So there's 2 ways to do this. I can use the on collision provided by Unity and measure where it's collided with, and then use that to measure where it's touching the ground. Or I can use raycasts or overlap sphere checks to check right here under it. I'm actually thinking that is maybe the best way, because then I could also have it line up with some wheels or whatever it is I feel like adding. I guess maybe I could add cylinders to the bottom, and then those could collide with the ground. Man, car physics is really complicated now that I'm thinking about it. Like, insanely complicated. I'm almost thinking I shouldn't bother thinking about wheels, and I should just try to make it as simple as possible. And that'll make it as easy as to control as possible. So I'm thinking, how do I measure what direction the car is facing? I'm gonna need like a ground normal or something. So I think I will do a raycast or something to the ground. Yeah, I think I will end up doing 4 raycasts. So I need something that the car can drive up. So it can fall off. I say car, but it's literally a box at this point. And yeah, I'm just thinking if it would be easier to just check on collision. At the same time though, raycast honestly seems so much easier. So even then though, once I get 4 raycasts, like how do I use that to calculate the ground normal? Like, do I sum them? I guess what I would actually do is I would apply the force for each of the corners, or for each of the wheels. Like if it was forward wheel drive, then I would just apply it to the forward wheels. Okay, so maybe I'll do forward wheel drive to begin. So I'm actually going to need the forward end up here. Or end. The forward up and right. I'm just thinking, instead of adding the forward, up, and right, maybe I should like pass these through the transform or something. Or what I could just do is I could just attach these little objects to where I want the wheels to be. And actually thinking about this is so much easier. I'm just gonna do this. So now I can just set where I want the wheel collision to be tested. I don't know why I was thinking about calculating that manually. This is why I use Unity, is to make things easier. So I should make it easier. Oh my god, wait. I can just put this in an array, and then I can just loop through these. Maybe I could just assume that if the ray is hitting something, that we can propel off of it. Like, don't even take friction into account. At least at the beginning, right here, while we keep it simple. So I'm just wondering, like, what if I just apply the force to the body here? So this might flip over the object is my issue. Let's just try adding force. This could be interesting. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna need to set the camera to be third person to the car. I guess I could put it like behind like this. Let's see if this works. Alright. It's not moving anywhere. I didn't set any of the wheels. That explains it. Okay, it looks like things are slowly moving. Let me just make sure that this is working. That's times.delta time times 100. I wonder if the force is just not enough. Add force. I wonder if add force automatically multiplies by delta time. Force can be applied to active rigid body. Use force mode to specify how to apply force. I think this is what I'm looking for. Add a continuous force, add an instant force. So is the default mode force? Yes, the default mode is force, so I don't need to multiply by delta time. Let me debug this just to be sure. It still doesn't seem to be moving. I wonder if it's hitting the car itself too. Okay. We'll probably need to change the yeah, it's working. We'll probably need to change the layer mask here. So it seems like it's applying the force, but it's not doing anything or moving it. Oh, relative to its coordinate system. Wait. Is the position for at position relative to the object? Or is it relative to... Oh no, it's transformed out position, okay. Okay, well, this is in world space, so it's actually applying correctly. Huh. Try acceleration. I have a feeling this is going to go way too fast now. No, still nothing. Huh. Let's try just doing add force. No. Very weird. I could swear having 0 friction. I guess maybe I don't have 0 friction on here either, but that doesn't make a difference. I would think it would at least be sliding right now, adding the force. Oh, the raycast is going through the plane. Oh my god, it stops applying it. Presumably because this ends up being partially through the ground. It has to be like 499. Prevent precision issues, I guess. Let's see if this works. Oh, okay, there's our car. Alright, it's a going. Okay. Very interesting. It revs upwards. Did I put the wheels in the back? No, so this is weird. Applying force in the front. See, that's really weird because I could swear that applying that force. Wait, let me try doing it. What if I do it backwards? I'm so confused. So I guess when it applies force downward like that, it ends up pushing the front upwards. So I'm fairly confident that rear wheel drive would make it just like flip over. Let me try this. We'll put the Z to negative. So it's at the wheels are at the back now. And I guess this should, yeah. Yep. Okay, very interesting. Physics is kind of cool. So rear wheel drive makes it way easier to do a front flip. Alright, I'm starting to think that my idea of doing a little car game is honestly way too big an idea. Because car physics, just themselves, is very complicated. I mean, I guess it's kind of fun doing flips and stuff. Maybe I'll still mess with this though. The main thing I can think of right now is you want to make car by yourself? I don't know about car, but make a little driving thing. The drifting game the other day got me thinking about like what would a driving system with fun drifting and stuff be like? So I think one thing I have to do as well here is um shift the direction. I'm actually curious. Will it turn the car if I turn the force that's applied? Will it turn the car? Hard to connect everything correctly. Oh yeah. For car physics, I'm honestly thinking it's actually such a huge thing to do correctly. Like I was just thinking about the anti-roll bar system where to stop the car from rolling over just while you drive, you need to do a whole system to counteract the car's weight. And I'm just like, damn, this is actually really big. I'm just thinking, how do you get the car to rotate like, okay, I'm gonna move the wheels back to the front. So like if the wheels are turned like this way and it applies force this way, I guess it'll turn around, I think. Let me try this. Okay. What is happening? Oh my god. What is even happening? What direction is it going? Oh my god. I'm a little bit confused at what's happening in the physics here. Maybe make it go slower. Oh, nice. Okay, so the car has... So we can drive sideways. This will be a good drifting game. If you can drive sideways and just do donuts just by driving vertically. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Alright, so thinking about this, I need to actually dampen the rotation myself, otherwise it just... So like how it slides across the surface here, I basically need to manually apply friction. This is really disorienting, the way it just like spins out all the time. Honestly though, I think I've got drifting mechanics down. It's honestly not horrible. Okay, let's try changing the scaling of this. Oh my god, it's actually not bad. Interesting. Is this Visual Studio 2015? This is Visual Studio 2013, I think. I downloaded the one that you could download without signing up for an account for, which was an older one. Oh, I was so close to going off that jump. Oh, look at that. Look at that save. So, actually, this is not horrible right now. What I need to change is the friction. I need to add wheel friction. But honestly, this is pretty decent for a driving system. I think I might add in terrain, because I think it might drive a lot worse on terrain. I guess I'll do driving. Or I'll do proper wheel friction first. It's crazy how it just like, I'm drifting in circles right now, if you can see, because the drifting is so insane. You can't really tell where I'm moving because the ground is just moving by so quickly. Alright, I wasn't sure if I was gonna do this, because like, actually having a driving car is pretty complicated, but I think I'm gonna try to make a little I don't know if I'm gonna say I'm gonna make a driving game, but I'm gonna at least try to like program the mechanics of driving a car. I feel like it's a really good like learning experience. Anyways, I was just doing a small stream here to mess around with stuff in Unity. Might stream again this afternoon. I'm not sure. That's gonna be it for the stream now. I'm thinking I might stream this afternoon. This I 3D modeled that car and I was like, I should do something with that. Even though it doesn't look too great, it's like making use of it. Anyways, bye-bye. Thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll catch you around again. I hope you have a good day, good afternoon, wherever you are. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.